Hello and welcome to our little homestead on this chilly spring day. So what we're going to do today, I'm just going to take you on a little tour of our urban homestead. We're going to have a look at what plants are growing in the garden, and we're going to have a look at what projects we're working on at the moment. So grab yourself a cup of tea and let's get going. First of all, above me here is our beautiful linden tree, which is our homestead's namesake, and it has just blossomed with leaves over the last couple of weeks and it is looking stunning, especially with the wind today. There's beautiful leaves. I love this tree so much. Up here in the container garden, we'll have a little look-see. We've got a few things happening. Spring has sprung. So we'll start from the back. We've got some cos lettuce growing here, which definitely needs a bit of attention. I'll just pull those yellow leaves off. It's quite small at the moment, but we use this stuff heaps, so I make sure to always have some in the garden. We've got some carrots growing just here, which are not quite ready, but they're starting to get a decent size. Let's see if I can see that there. They're starting to get some girth to them, which is what we like. I always hate thinning out carrots, it makes me sad. And then in our little tower here we've got some bush beans. These, I'm not sure what variety they are. They are red rooster bush beans. And I've got them all through that tower. Alright, over here we've got some very sad looking snow peas, which need to be pulled out. My daughter loves snacking on these when she's out here though. She tries to pull them off. She's only one though, so she struggles. Over here we've got, I'm not sure exactly whether this is broccoli, kale or cauliflower. I found it when we transferred all of the little plants we could from where my old garden was. So if anyone can identify that, please help. Yeah, otherwise we'll find out eventually. And then I've just got some beetroots around there as well. Here we have some radishes that have gone to seed, which I've let go to seed because I am almost out of radish seeds. And then we've got another variety of bush bean here, which is Royal Burgundy. And only a few of them come up, and this is definitely being attacked by something. My bet is snails. Alright, moving over this way. We've got some chives, which were being overrun with aphids. So I might need to spray them again soon. Yeah, there's still some in there. Aphids are my worst enemy. Alright, and then we've got more unidentified plants here, which, same as that other plant over there that we pulled out of the old garden. And then here we've got some lemon balm, which smells divine. I wish you guys could smell it. It's looking a little bit sad because we had a hot day yesterday. We had rain this morning, but I don't think it's soaked in. Alright, over here we have some bush beans, which are very, very old seeds, so I'm not surprised that they didn't come up. So need to plant something in here. If you've got any suggestions, love to hear them. Alright, moving back this way, that's our chives. Here we have our very sad looking garlic. It got a little bit too overrun with aphids this year, and plus I've heard that, well, it's still got some aphids on it. A lot of people have been struggling with their garlic this year, so we shall see how this goes. I'm not really sure what to do with it, so if you know, let me know. Any tips would be well appreciated. And then in this grow bag here, we've got some silver beet, or chard as some people call it. And I don't even know what that is. I think that may have been a volunteer broccoli or something, because I did have broccoli in this beforehand. And then once again we've got some very sad looking snow peas. And then if we head over this way, I've got some alyssum in this grow bag here, which I love growing throughout the veggie garden because it is so good for pollinators. and beneficial insects. And then along the edge here we have some berries that I got that I got bare root this year. So this one here is a thornless blackberry, which I'm very excited about. I love blackberries. We've got raspberries, and I think we got 3 of those. Yep, we've got 3 raspberries here. And then this one at the end here, which is only just, I think it got a little bit eaten by snails, but it was doing pretty good the other day, is a boysenberry, which I absolutely love boysenberry, so I'm very excited for that. And then if we head over here, we have some, now I gotta remember what this is, Tasmanian mountain pepper. And for Tasmanian mountain pepper, well, here's the tag there, Tasmanian mountain pepper, you need a male and a female. So I bought this going, oh, that's really cool, and then I realized, oh no, I also need to get the female. So all of these little things here will soon be peppercorns that we can use, and apparently it's very similar to regular pepper, but it has a stronger taste. So I'm excited to try those for the first time. Over here we have a dahlia tuber that I planted not that long ago, which I'm very surprised is already up. I'm very excited about that. Dahlias are my absolute favourite flower. So this dahlia is going to be purple with white. I think it's got purple around the borders. And then we've got some nasturtiums up here and a weed. Nasturtiums are also great for the garden. They're great for pests and companion planting. And then here we have a dwarf bay leaf tree. I use a lot of bay leaves in cooking, so it's very handy having this. Alright, and then we have our greenhouse, which I will open and show you momentarily. So this is our wonderful little greenhouse that we've had to screw down because of wind and previous experiences, and it is quite full at the moment, as you can see. We have a lot growing in here, so I'll take you through these in a moment, but this is basically our summer garden in here at the moment. Once the temperatures hit 10 degrees consecutively for like 10 days without a scarce of frost, I will harden these off, which should be within the next week or so. So in the greenhouse here we've got, oh, look at the butterfly. Monarch. Very cool. We've got, that butterfly is so cool. Let's see if I can get a close-up of it. What's that saying? Oh yeah, we've had a couple of nights where it's dipped below 5 Celsius, so I've been a little bit more cautious with this. I haven't hardened them off yet, plus because we're working on our vegetable garden at the moment and not all the garden beds are ready for plants yet, I've been holding off a little bit longer with hardening them off. So let's go through these plants. So up on, starting at the top shelf, we have some zinnias, which growing quite nicely. They're good companion plants. I've got some herbs, I've got some sage, some, oh, a pansy there. I was hoping that 4 of those would come up. I've got some oregano and some thyme here, and some lettuce that is not doing too well. And then I've got pumpkin, or winter squash as some people call it. This is a miniature variety. We've got another miniature variety called golden nugget, more pumpkin, some cucumbers, some squash and zucchini, some more cucumbers. This one here is called a red warty thing. It grows the coolest, biggest pumpkins that are covered in these little warts that are like crazy huge. So I'm excited about that this year. Some more zucchini. I think that's a zucchini in the corner there. Got some more herbs over here. Dill. This dill is definitely looking a little bit sad. It needs to be potted up soon. Got one broccoli that came up. And a ton more dill at the back. And then we've got a couple of tomatoes here. I'm growing a ton of varieties of tomatoes this year. A couple of melons, there's watermelon and some golden honeydew, which my daughter will go crazy over. And if we go down one more level, we've got more tomatoes, a ton of tomatoes. I've got heaps more here. So there's a variety of slicer tomatoes and sauce tomatoes and cherry tomatoes in there. And then over here we've got some Cape gooseberries or ground cherries, which I am very excited about. I grew tomatillos one year thinking that they were ground cherries and was very disappointed when they were very bitter. And then we've got capsicum and peppers in there as well. You might see me running my hand over these plants like this. That is just because they don't get wind in the greenhouse, that is just to strengthen them, make sure they grow strong so that they don't snap in the wind when they are exposed. And then over here we've got a ton of sunflowers. We're hoping to do a bit of a sunflower fence in our veggie garden, so that's why there's so many sunflowers. We've got some cucumber melons and some more chilies over here, and a few things that haven't sprouted yet, which I feel like they probably won't because they've been in here for a while. There's another pumpkin down there. And then some more sunflowers, which half of them have not sprouted, which I'm not surprised because a lot of the seeds were very old. Alright, and down the bottom here we've got a lot of chamomile. A lot more came up than I was prepared for. And a ton of alyssum. They will be wonderful companion plants in the garden. And then I've got a couple of avocados that we grew from supermarket avocados. These two are not looking too good, but these two are looking fantastic, which I'm trying to harden off for this summer. Down here we've got a couple more pumpkins, I'm pretty sure. What's this guy? Yep, pumpkins. This is another red warty thing, and this one's a miniature one again. And then down here we've got some marigolds, which are looking a bit leggy, and some basil, which I definitely need to pot up. So yeah, that's our greenhouse right now. Very exciting stuff. Very keen for this year's garden. So that's the container garden and the greenhouse. Looking quite lush at the moment. And then this tree here is just stunning and attracts so many bees. You can hear them when you walk under it sometimes. It's so cool. I think it's called a princess or emperor tree or flower or something. I'm not sure. Yeah, and there's that linden tree again. Alright, here we go. Let's go down this way. There's our brand spanking new solar panels, which are very exciting. Here we've got a little rhubarb patch, which has just gone nuts. I actually picked some this morning, and it doesn't look like I picked any. Alright, over this way we've got some berries. These are raspberries, which actually came across from the neighbour's yard, and I transplanted them, and they're doing great. They are growing so fast, and there are a ton of little flowers all over them, so that's exciting. And then this one here is a sylvan berry, which my mum gifted me, and there's another one up on near the tree that is in a different spot. And down here we've got some strawberries, which I definitely need to protect this year because the birds steal them all the time. Some more strawberries and some lemon balm put in here, and strawberries that are being overrun by raspberries. And then this section here is where my garden beds used to be, but we've since pulled them up because eventually this section here is going to turn into chicken coop, which is exciting. Very weedy pot there. Alright, and then if we head out to the front, this is where our big project's happening. We have our brand new row of raised garden beds, which we still need to put soil in. These ones are halfway through. This one we just put up the other day. So yeah, hopefully this front section is going to look very different soon. We're going to do in-ground rows for the next two. And these ones are going to be raised, and we're slowly going to change the front ones to raised ones. So at the moment I've got elephant leeks all down the middle of these two. They're very small, so you can barely see them, but they will get huge. There's some there. And I have planted climbing beans at the back of these two. I believe they are Purple King and let's have a look at the other one. These are main yellow eye beans. They have little yellow dots on the seeds, and you can use them for cooking or drying, which will be great. And then at the front I've planted about 6 different varieties of carrots, and then I've left some room in the corners to put some companion plants, and that's about it for the front garden. And then this little patch here will be a veggie patch soon. We've got to cut that stump out, and soon there'll be quite a few more gardens out the front here, and it will look lush. This hedge here we're going to pull out soon and plant something, don't know what. I'd love any recommendations you guys have for edible plants that can grow well in partial shade. That part of the house gets shaded by, that part of the garden gets shaded by the house for probably half the day, and only gets probably 4 hours of sun, and then we're back under the linden tree again. Yeah. We would love to eventually expand into chickens and bees, but we're just not there yet, so we're working on it. And just behind me here we have our woodpile, which you would have seen in a previous video, us collecting and storing that. Thanks for stopping by. Hope you enjoyed. Till next time.